I have very distinct memories when I was growing up with my grandmother and ice cream. You see, she absolutely loved ice cream, and it kind of became her thing that if anybody went to her house before you left, at some point, there probably was going to be ice cream. And she had different toppings for her ice cream, but one that I always seem to remember is this right here, Maraschino Cherries. And today, we're going to be cooking with them. Our recipe today comes from this book right here, Wheat for Man, Why and How. And as you probably guessed, every recipe in here includes whole wheat in some form or another. And today's recipe is no different. We are making cherry nut bread today. And the first part of our recipe is to cream together some sugar and margarine. Well, I don't typically use margarine, so this is butter. And that is a 1/4 cup of margarine. This is a cup of sugar. We're going to put those together and cream it. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Dan, but you could have used a stand mixer or an electric mixer and made that creaming so much easier, and you'd be correct. However, today I just felt like kicking it old school. We also have 3 eggs that we're going to add, and it says to be well beaten, so I'm going to give them a little beat here and add them to our sugar and butter. We're now going to sift together our dry ingredients, which includes 3 cups of whole wheat flour. I've got 4 teaspoons of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So now comes the part where we add everything together. I've got a cup of milk here, and of course the dry ingredients that we just did up sifting together. And we're going to alternate adding those to our egg mixture a little bit at a time. Then comes my favorite ingredient of all, our maraschino cherries, which the recipe called to be quartered and drained. Now, of course, I destemmed them and everything as well. And we're going to add that whole jar of cherries into our mix. We're also going to add a cup of chopped walnuts, and these walnuts actually have a family connection because my wife's cousin has a walnut farm in California, which is where these came from. And we'll just fold that together gently until it all comes together. Add to a loaf pan, and then we're going to bake at 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. Let this cool a little bit and we'll slice into it and see how this actually is. Not bad at all. It's not super sweet, but considering that this is using whole wheat, even though it is sweet, on the sweeter side, like it's not a savory bread, it's not overly sweet. The cherries add a nice little pop of brightness. The nuts add some texture. And of course, being whole wheat, it does taste like a wheat product, but it is not overpoweringly wheat if you're not a big wheat person. And I would suppose you could use regular flour for this as well. But since I'm being true to our cookbook, I used wheat. Not bad at all. Give it a try. And let me know what you think in the comments below. We'll see you next time.